Hi Sunan, hi all. This week question is really an amazing one, and thank you so much for giving me a chance to brainstorm on these questions. If I'm not part of this group, definitely I wouldn't have encountered this kind of questions, and I don't think it of and I won't brainstorm of those questions. So I'm really proud to be part of this group, and thank you so much for all your opportunities, Sunan. So this week question is that interviewer is asking you which part I shouldn't ask you. Okay, that means it's literally said that which area you are not so comfortable if I'm asking some questions. So this question might be like understanding the person which area he's not having much knowledge or much more understanding or more clarity. So this could be the case. The interviewer might have posted this question probably as per reading human psychology or human mind. Most of the person 90 percentage, if we say that I'm good at this field, I'm not good at this field, probably they will start to pose questions on the field which you are really good. That is based on some ethics they will start to do. They won't ask question much on the thing which you already said that you are not aware. Okay, so that is very common. So I'm not sure whether really I will get this kind of opportunity or this kind of question in my real time situation, but I would like to take this as an opportunity and I would answer them. Probably if I'm in that situation, definitely I will answer them which area really I'm not so strong. I will say to them I'm good at this field. Say for an instance, to be honest, I'm not the big believer of metrics. Instead, rather, I would believe my team members. So I will say I'm good at metrics, but not at situational. So obviously, the question will be bombarding with the metrics. Okay, so this is basic psychology. Interviewer will be following some kind of ethics and moral. So based on that, they will start to pose questions on my stable one, my positive side, and or the field or area which I really aware. So, but to be honest, I'm not so good at metrics as I said already. So I will say I'm good at metrics, not situational, but I can easily handle situational questions. So in that situation, I can say that I'm good at metrics. Why? Because this is one interview I'm getting this opportunity. I don't think or I'm not very sure whether my next interviewer or next interview where I'm going to give, I will get this opportunity or not. So I don't want to miss this beautiful and wonderful opportunity. So I will try to grab this opportunity and I will utilize that so that they will start asking question on metrics area to me. Definitely, half of the area I might have answered, remaining half I may not be able to crack, correct? So that might be a good learning for me and I can get to know in metrics where and all. Metrics is a vast topic, so many things are there. Where and all I need to concentrate on that. Okay. Since I said that that is where I'm very good at this. So the question may go very deep and I really wanted to understand my level. Okay. Understand my position where I am in this part so that I can learn more from this metrics. What extreme going to happen? Either they might have reject me if I'm not answering well. That is also I won't take it personally because we never ever take any rejection personally. So that could be a learning for me. Otherwise they're going to select, right? Until unless I die, I can explore anything and I can try anything and I keep on growing, right? So in that case, definitely I will say to them, ulta. I will say that positive thing is negative and negative thing is positive to get more questions on my negative area to know my level and my status of that particular area. So in that way only I may approach that situation. And also what if things are going fine, most of the interviewer, as per my understanding, as per my experience, they are not ready to pose questions on metrics. Instead they will always check for our situational, how our behavioral questions, those things are done. So I may not get the opportunity in more in metrics area. So I won't miss this. And I will say that I'm so good at metrics, I'm not so good at behavioral or situational. So automatically I will get more questions on those area. It might be a great experience and learning for me. At last, however, whatever the feedback, I'm happy to accept it, and I can learn from it. So my answer will be always ulta on this. So thank you.
Hello everyone. Today's topic is in interview. If interviewer asks, what will be the one question that you don't want me to ask, what it will be. My answer will be that do not ask any question like how much rating you are going to give you as a Scrum Master. So the rating, if I give right now, the experience I'm having, it won't be fair enough, because I feel that the life of a Scrum Master or the day-to-day life of a SM is full of new opportunities. You have always a room for improvement, and also new challenges you might face. The and also it depends like how you have done your work. That depends on the the team you are working with, the project you have assigned to, and also the customer you are dealing with. And also, like I feel if whatever experience I am having currently, the experience with the new team, the current team is very good, because the team is a very much self-managed team. They knows in and out about Scrum framework, so hardly as a SM I have to coach them or guide them like the basic thing from the beginning. But definitely if someone comes and asks any help from my side, that as it is a new team, the business also has to understand this and expect the same thing. Like they should not have the much expectation from the team that they're going to deliver everything on time, or they're going to deliver all the scope they have decided. They might need some time, or there somewhere PO has to negotiate the scope with the business, and business has to understand this when PO will go and ask or have a discussion regarding the negotiation of the scope. And at the starting of my answer, I have said that it won't be fair enough to give rating based on my current experience, because in my current team, I am able to deliver 6 to 7 releases for a particular financial year. So and if I give the higher rating based on that particular thing, it won't be fair enough for this new team which I might supposed to join, because it is a entirely new team and you need requires more time to do that. But I have the good all the qualities of a good Scrum Master. Also, some of the qualities I am trying to achieve.
So, for today's question, one thing that I would not like my interviewer to ask, if that's the question that's put up to me, my answer would actually be on the other side. So, like Sunand already said, it's kind of a question wherein the interviewer is kind of trying to know my weakness, a weak spot that I may have. I would rather go the other side. I would rather tell the interviewer to ask me questions which are kind of my strong areas. So what I would rather ask my interviewer is, instead of asking me questions which are theoretical, like what's the difference between Scrum and Kanban, or maybe what's velocity, or what's maybe how much of an experience I have on Jira, I would rather request my interviewer to ask me a few experiential questions wherein he gets to know and he can gauge my experience. So because with that kind of a question wherein I'm being given a scenario or a situation, and then how I would approach it, or how I would come to handle it, manage it, whatever word comes to your mind, with that the interviewer will be able to judge my experience and what I would do in those cases. Another point of view for that is, if later let's say my way of working is not applicable for their organization, for their team, he may reject me, but at least it won't convert into a conflict. Another point of view to look at it is, if let's say there is a scenario or situation wherein I can't answer, at least I can share that this I have not experienced, but my way of going about it would be so and so number of steps, and maybe talking to this person, sharing this approach, sharing those thoughts, talking to another party. Let's say there is a conflict between management and the team. How would I approach? Which team would I? Which side would I approach with which number of thoughts? So basically, with these types of question, the other party can understand um, the type of steps, the number of steps that I would take to dissolve it, to resolve it, and maybe to improve it in a way that that works for each person, each party involved, and as a win-win situation. It can be in terms of any particular scenario. It can be in terms of stakeholder management. It can be in terms of coaching. It can be in terms of listening. Multiple different sides to those kind of questions. But with those experiential questions, those questions which are trying to unfold my experience, the interviewer would be able to get uh, better knowledge of me, my experience, and that would be my response to it.
Hi all, good evening. Today's question is, what is the one thing that you don't want to be asked in an interview? So, if it was in our school and college days when we are appearing for exams, if we are not clear with any questions or if we are having any doubt or forgotten any answers, then we expect that that question should not be asked or in the question paper. Similarly, during interview process, I have also faced while attending interview for Scrum Master role, because the certain questions in fact are the technical or the scenario based questions whatever has been asked during the process has helped me to improve my knowledge or understanding about the concepts in depth. But at that point of the time when I face the rejections, what I mean is I might have cleared the initial one or two rounds, and in the final round while facing the client or for any other matter, for any questions, they might have not satisfied with my answers. So at that point of time I have felt that this question is not suitable. So what I feel is this is one of the uncommon way of asking what is your greatest weakness. So we should take a pause and there should be a thoughtful response in our answers. So for such type of question while answering the weakness, so we need to ensure that our answers will not be impacting negatively for our interview process. So we need to be prepared and also try to be calm and ensure that we are honest with our answers and be confident. Thank you.
Hello everyone. So today's question is, what is the one thing interviewer is asking you? What is the one thing that you don't want me to ask in today's interview? So yeah, this is a very tricky question. So, uh, as a Scrum Master role, when I am going for an interview and the interviewer is asking me this question, so I would like to answer like, I am giving an interview for a Scrum Master role. So it is not expected that the interviewer should ask you a technical questions about your project. And it happened once, basically when I was giving an interview for this role. The interviewer has asked me a question on my project architecture, like basically what architecture you are following in your project, what is expected in your project. Please explain in more detail about the architecture and the framework that you are using technically. So as for me, I would like to answer like, please don't ask about technically about the project. Because as a scrum master role, it's not like my responsibility to go in much depth in technically. technically about the project. Yeah, at high level I know, and it's my responsibility. But as a Scrum Master, I should not go into much technically. I should not involve much technically in the project. Thank you.